Okay guys, this is my first video with this particular car. We have a 2021 X7. I bought this from a Cadillac dealership in Pennsylvania. It seemed pretty clean. It's the 4.0i. I really wanted a tow package. I use a vehicle to move things now and then. I run a small audio business where I buy used equipment and I service it. And sometimes this equipment is big. Sometimes it's not well, let's say it's dusty and gross. And depending on what it is, sometimes it's really big. So anyway, I had a minivan. Everyone in the house had BMWs, but me. I had the uncool minivan. It's a great van. I had a Honda Odyssey in 2024. It was doing the job. It just had no cool points whatsoever. It did drive really well, I'll say that. It was kind of a pretty good Swiss Army knife of vans. I didn't like that the middle seat, in order to use the row, use that space, I had to remove that row. And although I'm not a big person, I'm also not weak, and removing those middle seats was very cumbersome. So anyway, I wanted a 3-row SUV where I could fold down all the seats. So I made sure I got the SUV here with the middle bench row so that they can fold down. They don't go completely flat, but much flatter than the captain's chair row. So at any rate, I found one with a tow package in the second row seat. And so yeah, I buy this from a, what I would assume is a reputable dealership, and somehow it got through their prep department that the brakes were out of spec. I guess it's a heavy vehicle and it runs through brakes. And this has 83,000 miles on it, and even though it somehow passed their inspection, our guys over here in Maryland flagged it for rotor thickness. I don't have the exact specs on me, but it was, let's say the thickness was supposed to be like 0.95 and it was 0.91. And when I looked at the rotors, there was a channel into the rotor. They clearly had some wear on them. I guess this vehicle being rather big, and I can feel when I press on the brakes, if the systems in here with all the sensors feel that I'm maybe not stopping enough, I can feel it add more brake. So it wants to use all the brake power available to it when you're driving around, and just to make sure that you don't run this beautiful truck into anything. So anyway, long story short, I had to buy brakes. We're in negotiations with the dealership as far as how we are going to be compensated for that, because clearly I bought a vehicle which was supposed to be inspected and ready to go. There's some of the inspection stuff still on my window here, and yet clearly, like, what I think is kind of primary things when they do these Maryland state inspections, and I assume Pennsylvania as well, they check tires and brakes and obvious things. So anyway, I went on to Rock Auto. I got the specific brake kit for the front with tow package, but not the M. So it is a bigger brakes than the regular one, which I didn't even know when I got this particular vehicle, that the brakes on these are bigger because of the tow package. Call it like a half step of brake size in between.
Take exit 22.
In between the regular and, like, say, an M Sport. There are four piston calibers up front. So anyway, I put the brakes in.
Continue for half a mile.
And I guess I'm in the wear out, or not wear out, the wear in portion of these brakes, but I just have this pulsing, almost sounds like a wheel bearing. I ordered a wheel bearing just in case it is one, because I can put those in. I'm a pretty handy car owner. Obviously, I did my own brakes. You go to BMW, you might
Use
especially
the
my
right
local
lane to
folks,
stay on exit 22, then
they,
continue on
they
to
tend
Maryland
to
665 East.
throw a generic buy everything kind of mentality. So we had some problems with our 2010 E93 convertible where the top was stuck down because I guess one of the relays went. But while it's in there, we're talking about a car that blue books for like $2,000, and I know that's irrelevant
then use the second
to how much repairs
Riva Road exit.
cost for vehicles. But they quoted me like $3,800 of random stuff just because I brought the car in there, and that we were $2,000 of that was
Use
for the alternator
from the right
alone.
lane to take the Riva
Shout
Road
out to
exit, then use the middle
FCP
lane to
Euro.
turn slightly left
I just
onto
bought
the
a
Riva Road ramp.
voltage regulator for $50. I think it was $40 plus like $10
Use the middle
today.
lane to turn slightly left
And
onto the Riva Road ramp.
we were running, so all I needed was a relay. They had to code my battery in.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Hearn Road.
Turn this thing off. Let's see. Do this. Exit. Yeah, so they kind of, between that and some other things, the local dealership has kind of ruined my trust. I feel like they don't really want to work with the type of customer that I am, where really, primarily, if I go to them, I just need their diagnosis, which is valuable, and I'll pay for it. I'm glad to pay for it. And the techs in there are great techs, but the way the service writing goes, they kind of, they take advantage of the customers, the modern customers, non-mechanical understanding of a vehicle. So at any rate, I put the front brakes in on this car, and I've got this pulsing, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to see if I can get it to replicate it either in this video. Of course, I'm going slow speed now, or when I get back on the highway to go home. I was hesitant about even driving this vehicle, but every time I order a part, it's like 5, 6, 7 days. Like every little noise that I feel like is not supposed to be there, or like when I order a brake part or anything I do with this car, it's like I lose a week. And I don't have time for that. I don't have time to have my vehicle down for a week at a time for little this, little that. There it is. I don't know if the video is going to pick that up. Maybe if I put it in closer here. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's break-in time. I've taken these wheels off like 5 times. It's like 100 degrees out. It kind of really wore me out yesterday, taking these wheels on and off and on and off and on and off. And I can't, there was some hesitation on the passenger side as I'm spinning the wheel. And mind you, this car is perfect before I touched the brakes. It was perfect. And I, jacked the thing up, put the thing down, new brakes, everything's ready to go. And now I've got this new sound, making me a little bit of prone to buyer's remorse here with this seemingly temperamental vehicle with all these little things that go wrong with it. And of course, I've already bought all the fluids to change the differentials and differential fluids, that is, and then do the transfer case fluid. I want to be in front of all of this stuff. I can feel the tiniest bit of shudder, I feel the shudder developing already. Mind you, I've had this car for like 400 miles. I can feel it. I didn't feel it on the test drive, but I had already been researched enough on these to know that is a thing. So this car, as we're becoming more acclimated on our honeymoon here, I'm finding all the noises that are not as the car's amazingly smooth except for these random noises. It's almost like how quiet it is makes the noises that it does make even more pronounced. And it's just something to be aware of. I really like the vehicle, but I am going to have a small threshold of acceptability for this stuff in the long term, because I just need the vehicle to work. And behave, and to be able to take normal maintenance things without feel like I'm walking on eggshells for every little thing I do on the car. But at any rate, first video, BMW X5 2021, 83,400 miles is where we're sitting for the beginning log, data log here. Not data log, but driver's log. I do like that it has the cold drink function. I will say, you turn it on like that, then you go to hot by hitting it twice, and then turn it off. I've had a drink in here on just a couple little 40-mile runs. I can't say that it was keeping the drink cold. So maybe when we're in the hot summer here, it's not in a temperature range where I can really feel the effect. We're probably just outside of the window of what these systems need to be super effective. At any rate, thanks for watching, everybody.